Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Coach Matt over here at Primal with the first installment of the In a Perfect World video series, which is meant mostly for the beginner and intermediate coaches that have some issues and have some questions. You see, I put out a newsletter a little while ago, as I explained in the intro video, and every question that I got back in, for the most part, came from a newer coach or a beginner coach, someone with only a couple of years under their belt. And they were wondering things about how to schedule practice, how to schedule weight room, what type of lifts should be doing, how to split up a big team, one coach with multiple events that they're coaching, how to do all that stuff. So what I've been doing the past couple of days is shooting videos, but every time I shoot a video, I realize that there's a prior step. So the other day I shot a video on how to separate your team when you need to be in the weight room, and realized that, hey, what about the video when they're not in the weight room? Shot that video and said, hey, what about how to set up practice? Shot that video and said, hey, we don't even know what days of the week we're supposed to be doing what stuff on. So I keep going back and forth, and I keep kind of moving to a prior step, trying to almost regress back to the bare bones basic type stuff. And that's what the video today is. This is the first video. We've done things like this before, but in a perfect world, we want to tell you how to set up your lifting days and the days that you're out on the track according to when your track meets are. Okay, so in a perfect world, much like college and much like the end of your season when the big invites and the big state level championship meets are happening, in a perfect world, all of your track meets are going to be on Saturday. Okay, now I know earlier on in the season, middle of the season, it's not going to be that way, but in a perfect world, it is going to be that way. All your meets are on Saturdays, so here's how to set up your lifting schedule if all of your meets are on Saturdays. What you're going to do is you're going to go to the last meet of the year, the meet that you are trying to peak for, the big championship meet that all of your seniors and juniors are going to. And that, for example, here in Rhode Island is our Rhode Island All-State Championship. Massachusetts has their All-State Championship. Everyone has a different name for it. But it's the big meet at the end of the year, the big state championship meet. Now, what I would do, because the meet is on Saturday, I would lift Monday and Wednesday. So those days, Monday and Wednesday, it's going to be half lifting, half training for their event-specific stuff. And the Tuesday and the Thursday is going to be all event-specific work. The Friday before the meet is going to be just a pre-meet day, whatever your pre-meet ritual might be, a couple of easy throws, full team warm-up, whatever it might be. Then we're going to go to the week before that. Now, the week before that meets on a Saturday. So again, Monday, Wednesday is the combo lifting and training. Tuesday, Thursday is all event-specific training, with the Friday being pre-meet. Very much like a college schedule, where college meets are mostly on the weekends. So Monday, Wednesday, they lift. Tuesday, Thursday, they do all event-specific. Friday is event-specific pre-meet stuff. And you just count backwards. Now, in a perfect world, you're going to be able to count backwards and have all of your meets be on Saturdays up until the first meet of the year. Maybe that's the beginning of April, the second week of April. You're going to count back. All of your meets are going to be on Saturdays. Now, that's a perfect world. What you're going to find out is that not all of your meets are going to be on Saturdays. You're going to have random meets on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Wednesdays and Mondays. It's going to be like a shotgun, just spread all out over your calendar. So what you need to do, get a big desk calendar. Take that big desk calendar, usually like 2 feet by 3 feet, big square calendars that go on your desk. You're going to take that desk calendar, you're going to tear out the months of the season and tape it up on your wall. Once you tape it up on the wall, you're going to plot all of your track meets. And the general rule of thumb is that you want to lift 2 days before a track meet. Now, sometimes, again, that's not going to work out, and you have to work in the weight room the day before the track meet. And that's okay earlier on in the season, because those early meets don't really count for anything. They're just dual meets, kind of practice meets. I like to think of dual meets as just another day of practice with other teams that are sharing your circle. That's all it really is. So make sure, plot your meets on the calendar. In a perfect world, they'd all be on Saturday. You don't live in a perfect world, so unfortunately, your job as a coach, you got to figure it out and see what works best for you. All right. So this is the first installment of the In a Perfect World series. The next installment, we're going to be how to set up your practice days when you're in the weight room, how to set up your practice days when you're not scheduled to be in the weight room. And then we're going to go over some other stuff too. General team warm-up, how to break up if you have one coach. For example, you're the only throws coach and you have shot put, discus, and javelin. How do we do that? We're going to cover a lot of those big questions that the beginner and intermediate coaches have. The first one, the one we're starting with today, is how to set up your weekly schedule based around your track meets. And from there, we can go right into it. All right? So awesome stuff. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below, and we'll get to it in a future video. Hope to hear from you soon.